Congress complains to EC. Earlier BRS complained. Now Congress has complained to the Election Commission against K Kavitha, appealing to voters to vote for BRS outside the polling booth. It's back and forth between the two parties. BRS earlier told EC that Congress is using deep fakes against our leaders. Now Congress is hitting back, saying K Kavitha has violated the Model Code of Conduct by appealing for votes for the BRS. Campaigning is supposed to end 2 days before the voting process actually begins. Pallavi Ghosh is with me. Pallavi, so back and forth, both sides not ceding a single inch. Very tight fight in which EC is being dragged in to play the referee again and again.
Yeah, and this is an election which the Congress party is very, very hopeful of, and the Congress's objection, which is why they've approached the Election Commission, is on the grounds that according to the EC rules, you cannot appeal for votes, especially outside the polling station. And they are referring to a soundbite which came in from K Kavitha, where she had urged the voters to vote for BRS and give them yet another chance. And of course, I think this battle is very, very critical for the Congress party, because clearly the Congress understands that unlike in North, where perhaps they don't have that kind of hold, it may be difficult to unseat the BJP completely. South, which can emerge as a bastion and alternative in 2024.
Right. Can the South be Congress's home ground there? They've done well in Karnataka. They're hoping to do well in Telangana as well. Bharatiya Janata Party has been pushed, even though they were doing well 6 months ago. It seems BRS was being principally challenged by the BJP. But now it's a very tight fight for the Congress party. Nirva Mehta, thank you so much for patiently waiting. You've heard the ground reporters give their analysis. You've heard the voters there and the leaders, Asaduddin Owaisi, Revant Reddy, K Kavitha. Just set up for us what could be the key clincher, because this looks like a very tight fight.
Hi, Arunima. Yeah, I think it will be important for the BJP to do well, because with the recent loss in Karnataka and the South, Telangana seems to be one of the important factors ahead of the 2024 general elections. But it seems as if now there is a close contest between the Congress and the BRS. But it seems the BJP, where the top leadership came in towards the end, the PM has campaigned, the Home Minister has campaigned. So there might be just the last level of the run they may manage. Having said that, Rahul Gandhi has spent significant amount campaigning in the Telangana, as well as he spent a lot of time during the Bharat Jodo Yatra there as well, which is very interesting because he skipped going to Chhattisgarh for the Bharat Jodo Yatra, which has also recently gone for polls. Also, Baghel is considered to be one of the close aides of Priyanka Gandhi. So, if Baghel ends up retaining the Chhattisgarh and if Congress does well in Telangana, it will be the siblings that end up being the rivalry.
Yes.
That the Priyanka Gandhi camp versus the Rahul Gandhi camp, because
but specifically talking about Telangana, what is that X factor? Like Karnataka, they are once again doling out the freebies. They're promising the world to the voters. The voters, it seems, are willing to lap it up. Whatever might be the argument about what will happen to the treasury, what will happen to the economy, but especially in a state like Telangana, where agriculture is the mainstay of a lot of voters, they are more than willing to accept this welfare politics from both the Congress and the BRS, don't you think?
Right. I think that is one of the things that the freebies are generally the last minute freebies which come up end up being the clincher sometimes, but also sometimes they don't work. So again, that's how the democracy works, and we can only know on the third how much of those things worked. So yeah.
Right. So we'll have to wait and watch as to what part of this welfare politics is really impressing the voters. But how is it that the voters have really voted since the time Telangana was created? And that's an important issue this election as well. How Telangana was created, the sacrifices that was made, KCR himself, the reason he was so popular, the reason that he is perhaps being considered by the voters for a third term is because he played a huge role as far as creation of Telangana is concerned. The Congress party, Chidambaram, then Union Home Minister under whose leadership Telangana was created, he has had to apologize for the deaths, the violence that have happened. So the Telangana creation sentiment, is that also something there on the table as the voters are voting? What about the caste factor? That's also a key issue across the country, be it in Rajasthan, be it in Madhya Pradesh, the backward class politics especially. The Prime Minister has promised that if BJP comes to power in Telangana, you could see a backward class chief minister there. So what is the kind of caste impact, Nirva, that the Telangana voters will really feel? Will they ultimately press the ballot thinking that this MLA belongs to my caste?
That is something we can't quite predict very well, because when we feel that India has gone, risen above the caste politics, some state will jolt us out of it that no, caste is still very much prevalent and people still vote on caste. So the caste factor could still be one of the important factors when it comes to the voting pattern. But having said that, I think we need to trust the intelligence of the voters, that the caste factor may work only to a certain extent, after which they do vote for the things that will actually benefit them, like there's development, there are schemes like the women development, the women welfare scheme that the BJP has promised. You do need to trust the voters' intelligence that they will eventually do end up voting for something that will help them.
All right. Okay. Nirva, do hold on, because we want to tell our viewers what is the SWOT analysis, what is the strength, what is the weakness for BRS. Why is it that KCR is perhaps the principal challenge for Congress and the BJP? His strength. KCR recognized as the crusader for statehood. We've discussed this earlier also. It was the way Telangana was created and the role that Telangana Rashtra Samithi played. The other strength is the scheme like Raitu Bandhu and the KCR, other welfare schemes. They're a huge hit. He enjoys a substantial base of minority votes. Swastika has pointed out that in the last elections, the minorities went en masse with the incumbent, which is the KCR government. But this time, are they thinking about the Congress? Are they thinking about the AIMIM? That could be an important factor as well. Notable improvement in infrastructure and healthcare. One of the voters there was saying we want Hyderabad to become like Bengaluru and Gurgaon. But already there is a considerable improvement there. But the weakness, sitting MLAs are facing massive anti-incumbency. That's a challenge for the BRS. There are allegations of family rule and graft. The liquor policy scam, K Kavitha's name has been dragged in. Enforcement Directorate has questioned her. Will that have an impact on the voters? But what really are the opportunities? Weak opposition, as netas have really, seen internal bickering both within the Congress and the BJP. You've seen the kind of internal bickering there. The threat, the anti-incumbency, that seems to be the big challenge. Also taming the Bharatiya Janata Party's robust leadership. Even though from the ground, the sentiment seems to be that the BJP has been relegated to the third position, perhaps even fourth. But the Bharatiya Janata Party is confident that the Prime Minister's face will swing the deal in their favour. There's also the threat of Kavitha's name in the excise policy case. Getting dragged in. And we'll also have to see how, Rahul Gandhi's Bharat Jodo Yatra, a robust Revanth Reddy challenge, how that really is taken by the voters, along with the Karnataka model of welfare politics that the Congress is practicing at the moment. We are looking at the reactions that have come in since this morning. K Kavitha has spoken, G Kishan Reddy has spoken. Let's take a look at all the newsmakers who are appealing to voters to come out and cast their vote.
Akka, you're going to vote. What are your first thoughts?
I really hope Hyderabad votes, and I really hope the entire Telangana votes in large numbers. I kindly appeal to the youth, especially to the women and young men out there, please come out and vote. It is not a holiday, it is election day, an important day to make felt your presence in the state, make felt that your voice matters. Please come out and vote, and I'm very confident whoever comes out to vote will vote for BRS.
Well, how do you see the Congress? Is this your toughest election?
Not at all, not at all. On the ground, we are very, very comfortable. We've been campaigning on the ground. People love KCR Garu. People have received many benefits of the election, many benefits of our government, and we are very confident that we'll be voted back to power the third time.
So be जनता से भाई बहनों से अनुरोध करना चाहता हूं, आप घर से बाहर निकलकर पहला वोट डालना अपना फर्ज है, अपना रेस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी है।